Picture this. Deep in the breathtaking peaks of the Himalayas, a profound transformation is unfolding right now. Welcome to an epic tale of a nation's chronological journey into the future. Today, in this explainer, we're diving into a project that completely defies conventional urban planning. Bhutan, a kingdom famous for its stunning, untouched landscapes and deeply ancient traditions, is actively architecting what might just be the most ambitious, futuristic settlement on Earth.
So it begs the question, what happens when gross national happiness meets Bitcoin? Yeah, it sounds like a total contradiction, doesn't it? On one hand, you have this deeply spiritual, culturally rooted measure of societal well-being, and on the other, the decentralized, hyper-digital, fast-paced frontier of modern finance. But listen, this isn't science fiction. This is the exact blueprint for a real place that is currently being willed into existence.
Section 1. The Vision is Born, a Kingdom's Bold Leap.
To really wrap our heads around this monumental shift, we have to look at this not just as some real estate development, but as a pivotal historical event. Initiated by King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuck, this is a sovereign decree to entirely reimagine what a country can achieve on the global stage. And the scale? It's staggering. We're talking 2,500 square kilometers. Located down in the Sarpang district in southern Bhutan, right along the border with India, this is a vast expanse of land being carved out to serve as a major economic hub. The goal is to physically and economically bridge South and Southeast Asia.
Now, to really grasp this project, we need to understand its dual identity. It goes by two acronyms that represent its two core missions. First, you have GMC, or the Gelephu Mindfulness City. That reflects its soul as a sustainable, wellness-focused metropolis. But then you have GeSAR, the Gelephu Special Administrative Region. That is its legal and strategic framework as a global economic zone. So it's a sanctuary, but it's also a highly tuned economic engine.
And the timeline of this megaproject is moving at a relentless pace. We start with the initial official decree back in December of 2023. That brings us to today's complex design and financing phase. Looking ahead, we hit a massive milestone in May 2026 with a fast-tracked opening for global businesses. And finally, the long-term future completion of monumental infrastructure, like airports and railways. We're going to walk through this timeline step by step.
Section 2. Designing a Sustainable Metropolis, Blending Tradition with Tomorrow.
As the project shifts from a grand announcement into physical design, the architectural philosophy takes center stage. I mean, how do you drop a massive metropolis into pristine nature without, ruining it? Well, the design strictly dictates low-rise buildings to maintain harmony with the majestic Himalayan landscape. But the coolest part? The inhabitable bridges. These aren't just concrete slabs for crossing rivers. They are actual living spaces holding markets, universities, and even parts of the new airport. Plus, the whole thing is powered entirely by green hydropower energy, ensuring this sprawling metropolis maintains a remarkable carbon-negative footprint.
What's fascinating here is that the physical blueprints directly mirror Bhutan's deepest values. On one side, you have high-tech, green infrastructure explicitly focused on wellness. On the other, you have Bhutan's ancient, guiding ethos of gross national happiness. They are quite literally trying to engineer well-being. It's a bold attempt to physically construct a habitat where gross national happiness is the actual foundation of the architecture itself.
Section 3. The GeSAR Economic Strategy, Redefining the Special Administrative Region.
Now, an eco-city is beautiful for sure, but let's be real. It needs a serious economic engine to survive and thrive. This serene city is strategically engineered to become a fierce global economic hub. Operating as a special administrative region gives GeSAR its own aggressive, highly business-friendly laws. And their biggest play? 0% corporate tax in priority sectors. You heard that right, 0. They are aggressively rewriting the economic rules to attract massive global investment, specifically targeting green tech, IT, hospitality, and education. They are absolutely rolling out the red carpet for the world's innovators.
Section 4. Bitcoin and Digital Assets, the Sovereign Financial Engine.
To fund a vision this incredibly massive, Bhutan is turning straight to the digital frontier. $1 billion. Let that number just sit with you for a second. This isn't some speculative venture funded by a handful of Silicon Valley startup bros. This is a $1 billion investment commitment entirely in Bitcoin, coming directly from Bhutan's sovereign reserves. It's a dramatic, purely factual economic mechanism that shows exactly how serious and how digitally focused the financing of this mega project truly is. And that intense digital focus brings us right to May 2026 on our timeline, because as of May 2026, the Gelephu Mindfulness City officially launched an accelerated licensing pathway tailor-made for regulated digital asset firms. They aren't just passively sitting on a pile of Bitcoin. They are actively luring modern tech and digital finance companies to set up shop within the city's borders by slashing through the red tape and fast-tracking their legal right to do business.
Section 5. Building Bhutan's Future. The Master Infrastructure.
Okay, so the laws are set, the financing is locked in, and the digital pathways are wide open. But a global economic hub cannot exist in physical isolation. People and goods have to move. The Master Infrastructure Plan tackles this with 2 monumental projects that will physically bridge this utopian city to the rest of the world. First, a completely new, planned international airport, and remember, parts of it will be seamlessly integrated into those stunning inhabitable bridges. Second, a cross-border railway connecting Bhutan directly to Assam, India. These projects are the physical arteries that will pump global trade and tourism straight into the heart of Gelephu.
But why go to all this effort? Why the sweeping new laws, the billion-dollar digital investments, and the massive railways? At its core, the whole shebang has a vital, profoundly human purpose, solving a critical crisis of youth emigration. By jump-starting massive economic development at home, Bhutan hopes to provide its next generation with world-class opportunities. They want their best and brightest to succeed without being forced to leave their homeland, all while strictly adhering to their ancient heritage.
Which brings us to our final, lingering question. Will Gelephu become the ultimate blueprint for the cities of tomorrow, or will it remain a fascinating, uniquely Bhutanese experiment? It is a profound juxtaposition, zero-carbon sustainability and ancient philosophies standing right alongside billion-dollar digital assets. As this 2,500-square-kilometer city rises along the Indian border, the whole world is going to be watching. Keep a very close eye on this because history is being built right now.